Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hey, guys, we are going to do a little bit of stealing. I'm going to show you guys my route through Alinor. I'm trying to get like the gold per time on this particular route, so that's why we're doing it today. Oh, it's a little bit off on the time. I'm going to be tracking, though, to see how long we're stealing and all that good stuff. But yeah, I want to show you my route through Shimmerene. Really easy route to do, and probably a really good way to make a decent amount of gold, for especially if you're new to the game. As always in ESO, the best way to make money is the way that you enjoy. There's a lot of ways to make money in ESO, make gold, and after a while it gets pretty trivial to have enough gold, but when you first start out, it can be a little bit rough, and so that's the whole point of this video. I'll also note after this, we're just going to go for like 20, 25 minutes here. It seems like my watch or something's wrong. I'm getting two different times here. I don't know which one's right, but we're going to go for like 20, 25 minutes, and then we're going to jump over and we're gonna do some with a pug trial. I normally make a pug group. I'm considering jumping in and joining somebody else. Hey, Chicken. Hey, Wampus. What's up? Welcome, guys. So yeah, that's the plan for today, for right now. And I'll explain the build and stuff too, guys. I've got some. They're older, but I got some videos on the channel if you're curious about some of this stuff, and I'll be updating them for the new changes. All right, what did we just get? I think we got. We need Darlock Bray. That's what we got. So I'll explain kind of the basic setup here in a second. Just going to grab a few things from the banker because I usually store my characters fairly naked. So the trick, and there's a couple of them. You can see I've been doing a bit of stealing on this character. I don't think I could sell all of this. I think my bag's got a bit full. So we'll have to go through. Hopefully we'll have enough room. I wonder if this person's trying to whisper me. They've dropped by a few times. Maybe they're telling me not to share this spot because it's a good stealing spot. Chicken says time for crew change. Maybe we'll be online later. Okay, cool, Chicken. We'll catch you later, man. Have a safe drive home. All right. So they have, I mentioned this before, but they've made some changes to stealing in the not too distant past. Apparently, it's been a while since I used to steal all the time, like a ridiculous amount, and that's how I used to make gold because it was fun. So we want to reduce our detection radius while sneaking. So Night Terror is one of several sets that will do that. Darlock Bray, the 4-piece bonus here, will also do that. And so we're going to throw on both of those. It's not additive, but they do stack multiplicatively, I think, something like that. I haven't gone through with everything they've changed and, categorize it and whatever. I don't think it's really that important. It's not really that. But to show you where we're at, I'll zoom all the way out. So hold on. So we're going to Somerset. You need to have Somerset for this particular route, particular location. And then we're going to Shimmerene over here. And if you actually go to this way shrine, or really probably anyone in Alinor, this is the main quest line. It will take you to this building over here where we are at. So you just follow the route all the way up to the top of the hill, and then this is the monastery. There's some quest stuff in the monastery. It's actually a different area, but you go through the area that we're going to be in, and you'll arrive here whenever you walk through the door. There are some nobles along the way. Nobles have a different, so if we come to this guy and it says priest, that whatever it's named tells you that's a loot table that you can draw from. So these are priests that we're stealing from. They have their own loot table. Some probably share loot tables or whatever, but generally speaking, that's how it works. And then we go over here, and this guy's a soldier. Now, normally you can get 3 items total from anybody who you're stealing from, but the last one, you don't actually have to pick their pocket. You can murder them. Use your Blade of Woe, which you can get from the Dark Brotherhood skill line. So we'll take care of those couple of guys. We'll come up here. You can loot all of these crates and everything and go through at least once. After that, it won't respawn unless you rezone, which I don't recommend doing. But typically, you just kind of come up here. You can loot all those. And then what we're looking for here, guys, the money maker here, there's a couple of things really. But the main one is going to be, there's a recipe for a housing item called Alinor Pews. You kind of have to get right up on top of that guy. And let me see if I have one. Again, the whole point of this, yeah, here we go. Alinor Pew Polish. This sells for about 200K. And I'm not sure about this nightstand or anything else, but I know the pews sell for a couple 100K. And we take care of the soldiers. The pews, from what I recall, only drop from the priests, but we'll take care of everybody else we can. And there's just a little route up here. Again, you can go in some of these rooms. Some of the rooms have nothing, but we're mostly concerned with pickpocketing these priests. Now, I haven't done the math recently on what the, like, you know, how often these drop. But usually if I'm here for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most, I typically get one of those Alinor Pew recipes. Pretty easy to get. I just don't think most people know that they're even here. And so I don't think most people, oftentimes when I am putting them up in the auction house, I can set, and I have before, like set the going rate for them, because there's no other that are out there. So a handful of us rogues, I assume, know that they're here, and we come, so we jump off. So basically what we did, just so you know, we come in that door right over there, and then we went up the stairs over behind that wall. We went around, and then we jumped down from up top there. And then we jumped down, and we got a couple of guys here. It's always someone, this guy here. Again, we'll pick twice and just use the Blade of Woe the third time to speed up our our gold making session. And if you get caught, not a big deal. There's no guards in here. You know, I usually don't worry think twice about it. Thank you, Mrs. Harrow. She's bringing me some liberty. It's very nice of her. Excellent. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And again, those sell for a couple 100K. That's what I sold the last one for recently, just to test out if that was actually the correct price, and it sold. Took a couple of days, but it definitely sold. And then that's it. I've also gotten, so I've added in here at least one item that I got that was oh yeah, this Redguard pillow sunset. I also got that one from here that sells for like 40 or 50K. It looks like right now. Oh, these are all PCNA prices, I should note. So yeah, that's what we do, guys. And we're just gonna, oh yeah, so we got caught there, no big deal. We're just gonna sometimes the soldiers will aggro on you and you can just kill them or whatever, but we could just re-stealth and then Blade of Woe. You'll notice that like the person in this chair takes longer to respawn, as does the person we just took out there as well. So no big deal. We'll just only be able to pick them like every other time. Our priest and our soldier are both respawned up here though, and you can basically do this route infinitely. It's small, it's easy to do. There's no real chance of getting caught, and you know, you want to follow the build guide to make sure that you're very stealthy and that you've got everything leveled up and what have you. And you're good to go though once you kind of do that. These soldiers oftentimes, because I don't think that they have the same, I don't think they have a chance of dropping those pews. They might actually, but oftentimes I don't think they do. So oftentimes I'll just pick them once and just Blade of Woe them. Not really a big deal. There are some hidden mechanics in this, and for stealing just more generally. Sorry, I forget which rooms to go into. I think I missed somebody over there. We might go back. There are some hidden mechanics, though. The higher your ledger domain, which is the skill right here, the better items that drop. And I'm not sure, I don't recall if Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood matter for it. I tend to think that they don't. I think it's just the ledger domain skill. Legitimate, I think, if you're saying it correctly. But I say it like an American. I don't care. I might have missed somebody, but they also might not have respawned. I don't really recall. It's been a bit since I've done this fairly consistently. But yeah, that's it. We just rinse and repeat. We'll be doing this for a few more minutes here, and then we'll start looking at trials and see what we're going to do there. You guys got to vote on what we do, what you want to see. Let me know for sure. Oh yeah, there's also a soldier down here that is hanging out. So one of the things you'll get from doing these, and I actually haven't picked up one yet, but I usually get one, I don't know, it just kind of depends, every 20, 30 minutes, sometimes more, sometimes less, is you'll get like purple items that drop from these guys, and those sell for 1,500 gold. They're just treasure, nothing else. You just sell them to the fence though. And those items, when you have all the passes and everything, they're almost 2,000 gold is what they actually end up selling for. Oh, did this guy already respawn? So that's another reason we want to go through and grab these. Usually when I'm doing this, you can, if you like have add-ons, you can set up a loot filter to actually delete some of the white items, because I personally find them too easy to get and not really worth your time. White items sell for 40 gold base. Yellow items are whatever color that is. Green items? I don't know. Green. It must be green. Green items sell for 100 gold, and then you sell for more than that, but that's like the base price. And then purple or blue sell for 250, and then purple for 1500. And then again, passives from the skill line will let you be able to sell those for more. Hey, Revolt, what's going on? I forgot how to check to see total time played. Oh, I think it's just /played, but I think it only tells you on your character. I looked in Steam for mine, which tells me that I have about 20,000 hours. Kind of a lot. But yeah, the type /played will tell you on a particular character. Let's see. Let me see. /played. I guess you guys can't see this. 17 days, 9 hours, and 56 minutes. Wampus has had 12,000 hours on Steam. Don't feel bad. I don't feel bad now. Hey, there you go. Hey, I'm glad I'm making you feel better, man. I could, I won't give any nuance to my hours played. We'll say all that. I was there for it. Yeah, so I think this one just hadn't respawned yet. Also, it's kind of fun, some of these items, if the first time you're looking through them. There's some pretty funny items. It's kind of a shame that they're all just treasure, you just sell it. But some of them are kind of funny, and they'll have, hey, Lyriel, what's going on? And they'll have, like, funny things about it. Like, a lot of the nobles, you'll get digestion pearls. Sorry, just 2,861. Oh, that's funny. So we'll do these last two priests, and then I'll pull up some of those items and show you what I mean. These guys, it actually seems like they fixed it, which was crazy. So it used to be if you were on something, you couldn't Blade of Woe anybody. It just wouldn't work. Like if you were on this, so they went through at some point in the past year or two and fixed that. So you can Blade of Woe. And also, it used to be that all those things that reduce your detection radius only reduce the radius you could be, your stealth radius. They wouldn't actually make it where you could steal and not get caught. And that is no longer true. So it used to be that if you had two NPCs that were kind of close to each other, you couldn't. And I showed this off the other day, so hopefully some of you guys saw it if you're interested. But it used to be if they were, first off the vision, they have a cone vision in front of them. So if someone has their back to somebody else or did have their back to somebody else, you can they can't see anything behind them. So you could do whatever you want. But if two characters were kind of facing towards each other, they could both see the other person pretty well. You basically couldn't do anything because the other one would always detect what you were doing. That is no longer the case. They have reduced. Oh, did we get something? Did we get a purple item there? Or was I seeing things? I might have been seeing things. I guess I could sort by gold or something. Yeah, I think I was seeing things. Anyways, that has changed, and so now this detection radius that the stealth radius of all the gear and some of the passes, I don't know which one or which ones, maybe all of them. It seems like most of them at least seem to stack, and so you can get a really small detection radius, and you can murder somebody right in front of another NPC and get away with it. It's kind of crazy. It's made stealing almost too easy, to be totally honest, but it's fun, so it's whatever. These people you're robbing and murdering are evil, right? Yes, Lyriel, if you actually do the quest line, I don't want to spoil it. These monks might not be quite all they seem to be. I don't think I'm giving away that much. I don't remember if the person walks in here or if they just sit out here by the chair. I don't really recall. I think maybe they just hang out in the chair. And then this person just kind of walks back and forth. If you wait while you're stealing for an opportune moment, you'll see that the chance of success goes up by 20%. And if you have all your passives and everything else, you'll get a 90% chance when that happens. If you're on a Khajiit, you get an extra 5% because apparently Khajiits are good at pickpocketing. I downloaded this game before I even knew what Steam was. My account goes back to beta. Oh, wow. Okay. That's crazy. Well, you can go through each character, I suppose, if you want, and add it up to see your total time played. But I think when you do /played, it only tells you per character. Just bought Civ 7. Looking forward to playing that on February 11th. Oh, cool, cool. Uh, we know you're colorblind. Purple is something else. Oh, purple. Oh, I call purple sometimes. What do I call it? I once accidentally told my wife what I like. I tried describing it to her and Lyriel, and she laughed at me, and that's I think I called it light dark blue or something. Lyriel, I don't know if you're around and can type, but what do I think light dark blue because it's I was like it's kind of like a dark blue, but it's not as dark as dark blue. I don't know. Some nonsense like that. Um, Lyris, let's think that was it. Okay, cool. Yeah, light dark blue. I think purple and blue are just kind of different shades of the same thing to me. I can't really tell them apart. It's just different shades. So if a certain shade of blue will just look purple to me, I don't know. I just guess. You just joining random group finder tonight, chicken. I might do that, man. I don't know. I was gonna just see what was in the group finder, you know. But if people wanted to run something, I wouldn't mind doing that either. I just, you know, if I'm being honest, I kind of have a little bit of insomnia, and I was up late last night, so I usually when that happens, I just get some work done. And anyway, so I'm not 100%. And I just want to make sure that I do a good job raid leading and streaming for you guys. And, you know, I might have less bandwidth than I normally do if I try to raid lead right now. So that's kind of what I was thinking. So, and I also want to mix it up. Part of the deal with the other night or the other day, like Thursdays, I've been doing like a pug group, right? But I've been getting some of the same people, which is great. Like I want to run with the people that we meet. It's cool that some of them have stuck around in the guild. That's awesome. But I also want those runs. Like part of the fun is it being just kind of random chaos and a couple of people from, you know, the guild that was in the boss or whatever joining, or a couple of people that are experienced and that are also just, you know, like me, they're looking for some bait and just want to have fun and help people through content or whatever. You know, a couple of those kind of people are good. A bunch of those kind of people can kind of, you know, I'm looking for bait. I want some chaos. I want people running crazy skills, you know? I want to be like, oh, they, you know, like just, I don't know. I just want that experience. I think it's fun and you can help people do stuff that they never thought possible. So if I do join another group, I'll probably try to tank and try to like, so because on a tank or a healer, any support really, I just feel like I can really help the group get through content. Probably a necro tank or a necro healer too for the record. Oh, they caught me stealing. They saw something. uh, Prog Night for Wampus. Can't commit. Wish I could join you for that run or something. All good, man. That's a bummer, but next time. Yeah, I try to keep a decent number of runs in the week too. The other part of it is to have them kind of varied, so that I'm not running on the same night. Because I've had people tell me like, oh, like when I'll do stuff, you know, it's like every Tuesday, and they're like, dude, I got work, I got school, I got another group that runs every Tuesday, and they can't really join. So kind of mixing it up a little bit, and then having, you know, some of the regular runs like the run with Desi and Nani on Saturdays is a regular run, but just kind of varying it up. Yeah, yeah, pug runs are always mysterious. Wampus says, yeah, 100%. Cool. Well, I'm pretty disappointed so far in what we're getting, or really not getting. You know, it's all good, I guess. Sometimes it happens that I don't get anything in a certain time period, and sometimes it happens that I get, you know, 2 things or, you know, 3 things or whatever. It's just RNG a bit, so it just is what it is. One little pro tip is when you're coming up to these guys, be ready to hit that steal button. So right away, so like I got that guy, he was turning around. I don't know if you guys saw that, but as soon as I saw the gold or green or whatever color it is, the lighter color, more yellowish color instead of like this more, oh gosh, I've never done that before. That's embarrassing. Anyways, you know, whatever color that is, the more like seafoam green, I think. if you're ready to hit it right when you run up, you can, he turned around immediately. Some of these guys are programmed to do that when you first come up to them. And so if you hit it real quick, you can actually get it before they turn around. And you can also get that opportune moment and you don't have to wait on it. And it can just be a little bit less annoying and, speed everything up for you quite a bit. So same deal there, where I came up and I immediately had the opportune moment. That's what I call it. I don't know what the game calls it. And then you just have to wait for them to not be suspicious anymore, wait for it to ding, hit the button. There you go. Bob's your uncle. Chicken says, my plan is to join one in Group Finder, show off my roll dodge skills, watch the floor huggers, and I roll by. That's awesome. Yeah, some of the groups recently, it used to always be that I would come on a support because you just knew that you needed that. You needed a support that could, stay alive and keep people alive and whatever. But I've been coming on DPS recently, and DPS has gone up, so that makes everything a lot easier. Just because you get the mechanics, even if half the group's dead, you can still meet the DPS checks. Some of them are soft DPS checks where it's like things get out of control if DPS is too low, and now that doesn't really happen as much, so it's not as big of a deal. So, yeah, it's good. I like it. I think it works well. See, there you go. I got that item from that guy, and it seems like the soldiers are programmed to immediately turn around and kind of alert on you, even though you're stealth, and that'll happen. It's just the part of the mechanics, I suppose. Cool. Our friend here. Yeah, I think these priests show up like the ones down here, or the two down here. It's like every other time so I guess they have like twice the timer. If you ever can't, so right now I can't Blade of Woe because right behind, because there's like a chair in the way, you just got to move to the side and you'll be able to do it. DPS Q time is cancer, always only tank, as Obvi Jesus says. Well, we're talking about trials, but yeah, man, I mean, I feel that too. I always only tank, even when I'm I don't know. I call it fake tanking still, but a lot of people correct me because I have a taunt and I don't die. That you're really just a tank at that point. You're just a tank that parses high. So, whatever you want to call it, but yeah. Yeah, guys, and this is it. Certainly this can get a little boring here, but it's so lucrative that it's like, well, why not? You can kill them in this when they're like this, or you can wait for them to de-aggro. Oh, gosh. All right, I need to make sure I keep the cloak up. Oh, my gosh, I should just kill them. Okay, we're just going to kill them. It's fine. There we go. All right. But, it's very lucrative. And, again, if you're new, coming around and doing this and making, a couple $100,000, we'll get you started at least. And you don't have to have everything maxed out and what have you to do this. So, what are we at here on time? Oh, we're right about at time. We'll finish up this round, I think, and then we'll call it. I do like that they changed this, and it's cool that they cleaned up the code on stealing. I think that they made it a little bit too easy, and I think that but some positive changes. I think that they could add a lot more with having a lot of the loot tables are pretty boring and pretty plain, and I don't think that the white items dropping are really worth stealing, to be totally honest with you, because it's so easy to get more. Here or there, you do get better items, like I said, as you level up those skill lines and what have you, but I would love to see more situations where you made more money, you got like motifs or recipes of some sort or another that were kind of rare from those zones, and so it would make it where it would keep up with inflation, but they haven't done that yet. We'll have to see. I'm glad that they buffed the drops on the new event on PTS. We'll have to see what it ends up like. It was pretty rough before. All right, we'll call this our last one. There we go. Come on, big bucks, no whammies. Nah, we got nothing. Okay, well that was rough. Didn't get a whole lot. Again, I got this the other day, so and no real other, and this as well the other day, so no real cool patterns or anything today. The other thing that you'll have to note is if you log out, guys, this is really important if you ever want to do this. if you log out or leave and come back, if you leave, I think if you leave the zone when they're instance zones like this and you come back, it will everybody will be empty. And whenever you go to steal from, it'll just say empty. It bugs out, and you won't be able to steal anything. You have to wait like a day, like for the server to reset or something. I can't remember. I'm not even sure if I ever knew what it was, but you have to wait. Another place out here. So this is an example. There are 4 people out there. There's 2 over there, 1 here, and 1 here. You used to could not really take out any of these. I think most of them or all of them are nobles, because if you did anything, they can always see each other. And you could do this one over here from time to time, but it really just depended. That is no longer the case, as you can see. And then, so that guy's walking around. You could kind of do something. What you would have to do is like get caught once with murdering one of these people, and then make sure their spawn timers were off sync, so that only one of them was up at a time. So you get caught the first time murdering somebody, and then after that, you just made sure you kept the timers out of sync. It was a bit tricky to do, and there's a problem with it. There's also a guard that runs around as well. But now it's not like that. I don't think they respawn fast enough, but there are some places in the world now that have opened up. So like this, I could, right, like I just murdered that person and didn't get caught. That's crazy, right? So it used to not be that you couldn't do that. So that is one of the major changes, I would say, to kind of the justice system. And yeah, these are all nobles, it seems like. The better loot table someone has, like nobles, people who you would think would have more money, will tend to have better... Oh, and there's a guard there too. Okay, cool, he's hanging out. Oh no, it bugged out. What's going on? I'm stuck, I can't move. Okay. What is going on with the game? All right, we're not gonna. So if you pay, they take all your swag. We don't want them to take all of our swag, so we're just gonna run away. It's pretty easy to do. You want to be careful if you upset the guards multiple times in short order. They will just one-shot you, and they'll take all your stuff whenever they one-shot you. So it sucks. So you want to be careful for that. That was weird. I haven't had that happen. The game has been acting really weird. Open the crown store. Hey, Barack, what's going on, man? Is that? I don't think it's lag, man. I don't know. Maybe it is, but the game is freaking out, man. I don't know what it is. Honestly, I don't know if the servers are struggling or what. This guy looks red too, like we're still in combat. I'm not gonna mess with him. Normally, like, you can steal from the guards, which is hilarious. And it used to be, this is one of the things that needs updating. It's like, it used to be when you stole from the guards, you would get I think it was a silver shilling, some sort of shilling. And that would be for the type, that would be the style material for Abba's Landing, I think, which is the Thieves Guild area. I believe it's Abba's Landing, but one of the style motifs that you could make gear. Now you don't need those anymore. You also get dried blood from Blade of Woeing People, which is the Dark Brotherhood skill line, obviously. And I think I'll just leave the Thieving Guild on this guy and just log out. So yeah, it used to be that's why, you know, if you want to make Dark Brotherhood, you needed some dried blood, which means you needed to do Dark Brotherhood things, and that's not really the case anymore, because you don't really need any of that stuff, right? You're not really crafting it hardly ever. So I wish they would update it. And, you know, like, if I'm stealing from a guard, like, that's cool and fun and kind of crazy, right? Like, I kind of want there to be some, you know, some cool swag there. I think that's reasonable. Zombie Jesus says, wish ESO had a morality system. Stealing, killing NPCs would make you evil. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that would, yeah, like, that would be cool. It also could be like, you know, the Dark Brotherhood. Sometimes there's somebody who needs, you know, who needs murdering, you know. Maybe it'd be fine if it was the right kind of people. You never know. Okay, so we are done with that. What do we want to do? Do you want to tank? I don't know. We'll just get on our Necro tank, since that's probably going to be the most safe bet, I suppose. And, you know, let me go ahead and also get Twitch and everything set up here, and we'll jump over. Guys on YouTube, it should kick you over We've talked about this before. It doesn't always, but I am going to technically end this stream. It should kick you immediately to the next stream, which I will then start immediately. So should only take a second, but let me fix Twitch real quick. Looking for bait. That's what we're going to go with. Cool, got that fixed. Brock says that fire outfit is really cool looking. Oh, this one. Oh, cool. This, yeah, man, this is, a lot of people really like this. This is actually a polymorph, by the way. It's not for sale right now, but I'm sure it will come back. It's come back before. I think it's called the hit. I don't remember. I want to say Hellraiser, but I don't think that's right. I think it's something vaguely like that, though. These golden pursuits are annoying. Okay, sure. All right. I'll be right back, guys. In chat will not be popping up for just a second, so just wait just a second. But if you're going to drop any comments, let me end this stream, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. So just jump over to the other stream if you're on YouTube. I know a couple people just joined.